Hello, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make a video today about a few different gaming related news articles. We're going to talk about Tekken, we're going to talk about Dark and Darker and its release on the Epic Store. Also today I want to talk about the Battlefront Classic Collection. And lastly, we'll talk about Dragon's Dogma II. If you like this content and you want to see more of it, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. It helps a lot. Thank you. In the world of Tekken, everybody is not happy. Plugging is at an all-time high. The devs refuse to acknowledge the fact about why you don't receive a loss for disconnecting. But we have Harada here commenting on a Twitter post about reporting players in game for plugging, which apparently you can do, though he has to basically spell out how. And he says something interesting here about, in every game there are always players who will file a lawsuit if you report a ban. In preparation for this, we have all kinds of evidence preserved and etc. This brings up something interesting, and I think it's the root reason why they don't want to outright ban players. I think a lot of this is fueled by money, and if you think about it from a cost perspective, lawsuits are expensive. Even if they don't go anywhere, it's litigation costs a lot of money. So I think their strategy is to reduce the amount of litigation as much as possible. So this is why they won't ban players, and instead they're going to rely on their disconnect rate and put the onus on you to decline matches based on people's disconnect rates. Also, your disconnect rate is, as far as I know, hidden from you. So players won't be upset. They won't even theoretically know if people aren't playing with them based on their disconnect rate because they plugged. So I think this explains a lot of the reason why they just won't ban players for disconnecting a lot. And I also think that they don't want people to get discouraged. They know that there are people that are going to quit when they start to lose a match. They want those players to keep playing. So instead of penalizing them and giving them losses for quitting, they'll have this invisible disconnect rate that you can't see, that only the opponent sees. And they'll leave it up to you to not play against those people. So hopefully they can fix this disconnect rate problem, because right now it just says 0%. The sooner they fix that, I think the better it will be. And Tekken will finally start to heal? Let's see. Next, I want to talk about Dark and Darker. Dark and Darker is a game I love very much, though it's had its ups and downs in the recent months. Through the weird balance changes and all of the myriad of problems it's had, it's finally getting a release on a bigger game store. It's coming to the Epic platform, and while I wish it came to Steam, this is still a good thing for the game in general. It's been suffering from a low player count, though it just had a wipe, so player numbers are up. We'll see if it can maintain it, but it's coming to Epic, and hopefully that'll bring new players in. Some people have been unhappy with the recent changes to the game, but they finally introduced multi-classing, and I think it'll bring some interesting new gameplay. So we'll see how it goes. Next we have the Battlefront Classic Collection. This is a game I was really excited for. I didn't play the originals, but I played the EA releases. They came out a couple years ago. These games looked really fun. The multiplayer looked really fun. They were Steam Deck verified, so this was really appealing for me. So I pre-ordered the game because they had a discount for people that already owned the other Battlefront games. And unfortunately, it has been a disaster. Here we have the game sitting at an overwhelmingly negative 5,635 reviews. It has not been good. I actually refunded the game. I played a few matches online. It was bad. The hit registration was bad. The servers just seemed not really there. It's had a whole slew of problems and issues, which is a shame. I wanted to like this game. I really, really did. So the game was ported basically by this company known as Aspire. And here we have a Reddit post. What happened to Aspire? They released all these other games that were fine. What happened? And the top comment here, I think the Embracer Group rushed them. If you go to Aspire's website, on the bottom it says Aspire Media is part of the Embracer Group. Now the Embracer Group is a big company based in Sweden, I think. And essentially it's this large conglomerate of investors that own these development companies. I mean, this is what's happening. Smaller and smaller dev companies are being gobbled up by large organizations, and money rules everything. These companies, they want to put out these ports, these remasters, if you can call it that. These remasters are being rushed out the door with little to no oversight, and they have to hit this deadline. I mean, the investors want a return, and I think this is a larger problem in the industry, right? For anyone that's paying attention, you probably already know this, but investor groups and deadlines are pushing these companies to get these games out the door faster and faster and faster. And the reality is, it wasn't ready. And I hope they realize this. This is not the way to go. I know I myself refunded the game. Steam even allowed me to, even though I pre-purchased the game more than 2 weeks ago. So I hope they understand that by hitting these unreasonable deadlines, you are losing money. I mean, this could have been a lot better for them. I know there was something like 10,000 or more players at the beginning. Right now, it's sitting at about 689. And even though this is, I'm filming this in the daytime, this is really bad, all right? It shouldn't be that low. The game just came out. So here's hoping that these companies are paying attention. Dragon's Dogma II releases this week. I think this is a really highly anticipated game. It has those Elden Ring vibes. And if you've ever played Dragon's Dogma 1, it was a very underrated game. And it had some really cool, unique ideas. This game looks great. It's coming out this week. I'm keeping an eye on it. Let me know in the comments section below. Will you be picking up Dragon's Dogma 2? Personally, I'm still playing through 1. I feel like I might as well before I dive into 2. And the backlog is really large anyway, so I'm not in a rush, but definitely a game that I plan to play eventually. Also coming out this week is Rise of the Ronin for PlayStation. I think this game looks really cool. I loved Sekiro, which was a game from Software of Dark Souls and Elden Ring. One of my favorite games of all time. So I've read that this game is kind of like that with an open world. Now we'll see if it delivers on that, but it still looks pretty cool. Team Ninja, also one of my favorite developers. I played all the Ninja Gaiden games on the Xbox 360. So looking forward to this one. And that's it, guys. Some of the news from today. Please let me know if you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions. I'd love to hear them. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. It helps a lot. Thank you. Have a great day.